This is Bell. And some room to work. And yet again. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big gain there on the first play of the game. 62 yards on the ground. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. A little juke, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Offense in a great spot. It's 1st and goal from the 3. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. From the 4, it's 2nd and goal. Here's Bell, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. first carry now for Jordan Howard. And, right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there's no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
So the D-line's going to spread out. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. Eluding the pressure right. A swing pass caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. Again, it's Howard. They find some open field here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Another nice run there by Jordan Howard. And when we talk about fresh legs, how about 2016? Jordan Howard, the number 2 rookie rusher. Heck, the number 2 rusher in the NFL behind another rookie, Ezekiel Elliott.
In the first 3 weeks of the season, he only had 12 carries. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So it'll be first down here after the run. Roethlisberger with a give. It's Williams. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. On third down, here's Bell. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Well, the D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off a big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper.
It's a foot race. He's at the 30. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 61 yards on the ground.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Watch it now, Marty. Now let's go. Green, 39.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Connor Barth now for the Bears field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Barth puts it through. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So it's an old-school extra point, but certainly a disappointment that they couldn't get 6.
Yeah, when you see 19-yard field goal in the box score, you kind of shake your head. But their head coach decided 3 was enough.
That's fielded in the end zone. There's a nice move. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington. And then tomorrow on Monday night, we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run.
Let's go.
Now a Wildcat look. It's Bell. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll go again with Bell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
And Martavis Bryant back in the fold, which delights not just himself, but, of course, his quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. This guy, he can do it all, Brandon, able to go across the middle and stave off contact and make catches.
Sat out last year, as you're alluding to. Year before, though, 50 catches, 765 yards, and 6 touchdowns. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. In motion left comes Bryant. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger. Buying time to his left. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. So now 4th down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Now, even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right.
And Boswell's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Green 39! Green 39! Over!
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
They go with Howard again, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sims. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Pat O'Donnell to punt in his 4th year from Miami. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
first and 10. It's Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And now a first down following that long gain.
Here we go. 4 down. Easy, Sue.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will bump the lead up to 11. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. Oh, what a move. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front, as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now.
Play action. It's Trubisky. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They go play action. Trubisky. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
yeah.
we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, second-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Danny Trevathan able to get in there and drop him behind the line. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds...
And the pressure gets to him again. Pernell McPhee in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 2nd down following the run. Off the toss, Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. The Bears on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12. They go play action with Trubisky. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. This time, Roethlisberger will throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And the Steelers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Trubisky with a give to Howard, and he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Running with Howard. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. White's got a first down and more. He hits White, complete. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
In motion, James, the tight end. Now Bell, and an alley to run. Finding some room at midfield. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They go play action here on first down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And the Steelers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. Room here to run. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, good move. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So able to break through the initial contact and then down right near the 25. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd down to the offense in search of 6 yards. This is Cohen on the toss. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
On 3rd down, it's Cohen. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it looks like Steeler football. It is.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And a great spot to start this drive from here. This is Bell. Finding room to the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Steelers. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the 1st on 2nd down. They run with Howard, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Time for a break. back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Bears on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Meanwhile, in Foxborough, there in the 4th quarter. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Now it's Trubisky. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Hey, we've got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Watch it. Left hand it up, Philly. Here we go. Gone. Detroit.
On the toss play, Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. They pitch out to Howard. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Green, 39.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. James Harrison coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up.
Set. 230. Check 37. Check 37. Easy, Sue.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.